Mike, thank you. State lawmakers are about a third of the way through the legislative session, and state budget talks are taking up a lot of oxygen at the State House.
But it's also an election year, and behind the scenes, candidates are lining up fundraising for re-election plans or a move on a higher office. Channel 3 political reporter Calvin Cutler is live at the State House. Calvin, how are things shaping up in Montpelier?
Yeah, Darren and Kat, good evening. We're approaching the town meeting day break, which is a real turning point here in the legislative session, which also this year falls on an election year, and some politicians could have their eyes on other offices. In the lead up to the August primaries, all eyes are on Republican Governor Phil Scott and Independent Senator Bernie Sanders.
Beneath them, there are lots of very healthy, skilled horses in the starting gate who are eager to move up.
Kevin Ellis, a longtime State House analyst, says Congresswoman Becca Balint, Lieutenant Governor David Zuckerman, Treasurer Mike Pieciak, and Burlington Mayor Moreau Weinberger could make political moves this year. Scott, who's in his fourth term, sees himself and his veto as the last line against the Democratic supermajority spending.
He enjoys very broad-based support, and any candidate, regardless of their record or experience, is going to have a very difficult time challenging Governor Scott should he seek re-election.
Denise Casey, who worked for Governor Jim Douglas, says that includes a potential challenge from Weinberger. Casey and Ellis suspect Scott and Sanders will seek another term, which could add to a logjam of mostly Democratic candidates in the State House and Senate.
It's important to be careful about not making your intentions too concrete in case you need to pivot or change course, either to run for the office you currently hold or to perhaps pursue another one.
Issues like property taxes and education could turn into a political football to be played out on the campaign trail.
When you go home to town meeting, these legislators are going to hear about this education property tax in a very big way, and they're going to have to do something about it.
State House Democrats have a supermajority in the House and Senate, and Republicans control the fewest amount of seats in recent history. Casey suspects the property tax problem won't change the balance of power, but she says changing attitudes towards education could mean some lawmakers step back, and others on local school and select boards step in.
A new cohort of House and Senate members with differing views about policies, especially around the economy.
Now, there's still a long way to go before lawmakers adjourn here at the State House and are able to hit the campaign trail, including having to first pass a state budget. The primaries are on August 13th. Reporting live at the State House, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.
Calvin, thank you.